It's been really difficult over the past couple of years with COVID and then everybody's schedule changing, some people moving. It's been really hard. I have some footage. I figured the least I can do for you guys is just release what I have just so you can see how it would have turned out. There's missing clips, obviously, the footage I couldn't get to shoot. But I'll release what I have just so you guys can see how it, whatever I had, how it came out, if you guys liked it or not. Maybe sometime in the future, maybe I might be able to finish it, but I'm not too sure. A lot of things have been going on. Yeah, it saddens me that I can't finish it for you guys. That's one thing I was really looking forward to, was to finish the episodes for you. It was going to be 7 episodes. I did episode 1, which wasn't a long episode, but it was just to see the reaction I got from it, to see if I should continue on. I started filming episode 2 and 3 back to back. The parts that I couldn't film, I just obviously didn't. The parts I was able to film by myself or with the help of a couple of my relatives, I filmed those parts. Unfortunately, like I said, that looks like it might not come to fruition, that series. But I'll release what I have just so you guys can see and hopefully enjoy whatever, what I did, what I was able to film. I'm starting college again. I'm going for the registered nurses program. They pay really well, very well. And there's a lot of big things going to be happening in my life soon. So that's going to take up a lot of my time. I figured maybe I can devote this channel for the time being to maybe movie reviews or movie reactions. Maybe you guys can suggest movies to me. I can check them out and either do a reaction video or just a review, or just both a reaction and review video, whatever you guys would like. Maybe you guys can suggest in the comment section what type of movies you might want me to check out. But yeah, so a lot's going on in my life. There's gonna be a lot of big changes, some good changes obviously. And again, I'm back in college, which I'm very happy about. I'm finally gonna get the chance to finish. But for now, for this particular video, I'm doing a sort of tutorial in a way. It's for a customer of mine on eBay. I sold my Halloween Ends mask, which I had, I wiped off the original paint and everything. I kind of repainted it myself to kind of give it a more grimy look, because the Trick or Treat mask, although nice, the ones they set out seemed a little too clean, and where the mold was at, or the old dry blood, they just pretty much just stuck like clumps, tufts of cotton all over it, and that's about it. So I took all that off and repainted it and added more of the browns and everything that you see in the movie. Whenever you do see the mask and stuff, like, you notice the burnt side. Obviously, the charred parts already flaked away, but you still see a lot of the brown stains and everything, and it looks very dirty and grimy and really used. And so I repainted that, and right now for that same customer, I'm converting this Halloween 2018 Trick or Treat Studios suit to a Halloween Ends suit. Like I said, I'm glad you guys are still here. I'm really glad for all you guys who subscribed. It means a lot to me. And I hope you like this video. And after I post this video, I'm gonna edit the footage I have from my episode 2 and 3, and I'll just release it as is, and you guys can just watch it and just enjoy it for what it is. An unfinished project, but maybe you might enjoy the parts I have in it. So yeah. So let's get into this. Okay, here's what I'm using. This is just a bag so I can lay the suit on when I'm painting, so it doesn't stain the floor or anything, or my couches. Got the cotton. I'm using 2 different types of glue. The glue stick will be to simulate the grimy, grungy, dirty look on the suit. The clear glue is what I'll use to add the cotton and make sure it adheres to the suit. I'm gonna strap the cotton into like little thin threads and everything, and put on patches around the suit just to give it that moldy look. Got the black, brown, and graphite shoe polish. That's gonna add the dirty look to the suit. Along with this is India ink. I'm gonna use this to add the dried blood stains to all the wounds of the suit to make it look old and dirty. So let's see how it comes out. So this is the suit I'm gonna be converting. It's a Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 2018 Michael Myers coveralls. I'm gonna be doing a treatment to make it look like Halloween Ends. I'm gonna darken a lot of portions of the fabric to make it look more grimy. I'll add the tears in the fabric, gunshot wounds, the pitchfork in the back, the slice in the arm, the 3 stabs in the stomach, everything. The bullet wounds here, and the same thing with the back. I'm gonna add the exit wounds and everything. And the shoulder, the gunshot wound here in the shoulder from 2018. Yeah, I'm gonna use cotton and glue and everything just to give it that grimy, moldy look. Okay, so these are the tools I use to put the damage to the suit. This I use for a couple things. This is actually really good to cut down the arm to put the slice in his suit from 2018 when Laurie sliced his arm. It's also good to kind of expand some of the puncture wounds a little bit, round it out a little bit more for the bullet wounds, for example. This I'll use to insinuate the stab wounds in his suit in the stomach area, the 3 stabs that Allison gave him in Halloween Kills. Also on the shoulder for when Karen stabbed him at the ending of the movie, right before he killed him up. So I'm gonna use that for those. And this one right here, this would be good for the puncture wounds from the pitchfork, since the wounds there are gonna be smaller than the bullet wounds, just a nice smaller. And I like to just cut and just put holes. I like to actually stab into the material and twist it so it looks like actual punctures. So it has that, the threading sticking out and all that. It looks sloppy looking. So it looks like actual punctures rather than a neat, nice little hole cut, So that's what I'm gonna use that for. And after I put all the tears and damage to the suit, then we'll get onto painting with the shoe polish. And then once that dries out, I'll use the glue stick to give those little grayish blotches of the burnt suit, the singed sections, to give it that little black and gray contrast how it is in the movie. And then once that's dried off, then we'll do the cotton balls. We'll thread them, we'll tear them into nice fine little threads and put little blotches here and there to give it that like the mold he has on it. And then we'll use the brown India ink to stain up all the damage on the suit where the entry wounds and exit wounds are, the stab wounds and everything, to give it that look of old dry blood, because we all know when blood dries it has that brown color, that brownish nasty color. So I'm going to use that to kind of give the tears and wounds that dried blood look. So let's see how it comes out. Let's start. Okay, for some reason the first thing I like to start off with is the gunshot by the shoulder area that Laurie gave him in Halloween 2018, since that's the first one he gets in the franchise, so in this trilogy. So I always like to even out the shoulder area. I put my finger where the exit wound is supposed to be. I put my thumb right there, and then I just gently poke through and twist the knife slowly left and right as I push it forward, just to open it up a bit. Then I use the scissors to kind of round out the wound. Sometimes what I would do with the scissors, if it doesn't look big enough, I may cut a little bit. I'll cut a little tip off just to open the hole a little bit more, and then I'll use the rest to kind of like shred it up a little bit to make it look more like an entry wound rather than the perfect tear. So it doesn't look too perfect, it looks a little more jagged. Just a little tip like that. There we go. And then I'll start to kind of, there you go, see. Then I'll start to kind of twist it around and kind of open that up a little bit more. Not as much, because the entry wound is always smaller than the exit wound, so you don't want the entry wound to be that big. You want it to be a little more accurate, so don't make the entry wound too big and stab it inward, so the threads will be more inward. The exit wound, I'll do the reverse. I'll stab outward so the threads can actually butterfly out, and that wound will be larger. Again, I'm no professional in all this. I just took screenshots and looked at where each bit of damage was. I'm just trying to replicate it, but I'm no professional at this stuff. Just so happens that I'm just someone who made a couple of them, and some people actually liked it and bought them, but I'm definitely no professional at this. Also, I realized I've done a review of, I did a review of Halloween Kills. I realized I didn't do a review of Halloween 2018 or Halloween Ends. Again, everything's been so busy, so naturally the gunshot wounds he sustained during the mob beatdown was from the front, so we're gonna do the reverse thing. We're gonna go front to back. That way the thread will be poking out back here. So you had one close to here. So he had one right here, and I believe the third one was around here, around this spot right here. Start right. Sorry, I keep looking here. I have my camera connected to the TV. And so you just cut a small tip, because again, that's the entry wound. So, see, that way the hole is not that big. See? Then you take the knife, and just saw up and down while turning it in a circular motion, just trying to get that little, there we go, that little tears in the fabric, so it's not a clean cut. When you have that, you can just take the scissors and just open it up and just cut little bits, and just cut it around it just a little bit to kind of give it more of a circular motion, circular shape. Remember, it's not, don't make it a perfect circle. You want it to look believable. It's a round opening, but the fabric's being pulled and burned by the bullets, so it's not going to be a perfect circle. So you want it to look a little more believable. Don't make it like a perfectly round circle. Make it a little more jagged, but still circular in shape. There we go. See, there's our entry wound. So not a perfect circle, but it does look like a bullet went through it. Do the same thing for the other two. That one came out a little bit better from the first cut, with the first cut. So it looks like I may not have to do too much to this one. So to just, again, just make the sides a little more jagged. Okay, now for the slicing the arm. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. For the slicing the arm, I put tail like that, and you can use the scissors to cut at an angle. All right, it's like a slight angle. Slice. Now, what I'll do is I'll take the knife and just, again, just give it a messed up, shredded look rather than a nice clean cut. Just to get all those threads at the end hanging out. There we go. Now it looks like a nice tear on the arm. This one on the sleeve. It's got a nice little tear on it. Okay. That's a nice tear. And then I did the 3 gunshot wounds from the mob attack. Alright, next I'll put the slice here on the shoulder when Karen stabs him, and I'll put the 3 stab wounds right here on the belt area where Allison stabbed him. And lastly will be the pitchfork. There's 5 holes I had to put diagonal there. So, and then we can start with the painting. Now the stab on the shoulder. Just gently with the knife through. There we go. Pull it out. Now this one you don't have to do too much because again it's not a gunshot, it's just stab one. Stabbing through it already damages the fabric anyway. See? Now we get to the stabs on the waist. Here we go. You got 3 stab wounds right here. 1, 2, and 3 from Karen Allison. Now even though it was this knife, this fabric here, it's just thick. So it's best to use a thinner one, and you can just cut downward to make them, to make the stab one look longer. There we go. See? Okay, here we go. So now you have the 3 stabs in the waist area. Here we go. Now for the pitchfork wounds, that's actually pretty easy. That one you don't really have to do too much with. That one. Now the angle she stabbed him in, was from the top left shoulder going down at an angle like that. So it's top left heading more towards the bottom right. So, and there's 5 teeth in that pitchfork. So what I do is, here we go. So what I do is it's the first wound is right here. And again, you space out for 5 teeth, about an inch, maybe a little more than an inch. Just so it can get, you don't want the 5 point wounds to be too close together because then it won't spread out like it is in the movie. Like in the movie, you can see actually it covers a good part of the suit. So I figured like about an inch like that. There we go, like that, see? And that'll be good. Now for the puncture wound, you just take a little piece, because these are teeth from the pitchfork, so you don't need a big hole. You need a tiny one. That one, you just kind of take a little tip. And you cut just a little bit, very little, because again, it's not supposed to be a big hole. See, there we go. There's one. You just need a little hole, nothing too big. There we go. So the back should look like this. You can see the 3 exit wounds from the mob beatdown. The stab right here in the neck, by the neck. Sorry, right there. She had the knife at an angle. She didn't stab it straight on. If you look at it, the knife is coming out at an angle like that. You've got the entry wound from when Laurie shot him in the shoulder in part 1, and then the 5 pitchfork wounds. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do this with look at that camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you get the 5 pitchfork wounds. Now, once I treat these, it'll look a lot better. Okay, now I have my little bag here. This is so it does not stain my sofa or anything, or my clothes. Now the part you're going to paint up with the black shoe polish. It's the charred side first, obviously. There'll be parts in the suit that I'll put like splotches of black and brown and all that to give it that grimy, dirty look that it has in Halloween Ends. But first we have to get the charred section first. So that's when you pick up most of the black shoe polish. So there we go. There we go. We'll just start here in the chest area. The graphite shoe polish doesn't do too much, but after you've applied brown, you just use little touches of graphite to help kind of blend the brown into the black. And that way it doesn't look like one spot of brown, one spot of black. The graphite will kind of help blend it into it a little bit. Make it seem like it's coming out from inside the material. There we go. Alright, I still gotta do the arm, but just to give you an idea, I still gotta do the rest of the collar, but yeah, this is kind of what this is kind of what it will look like before I add the browns and the glue sticks in it to give it that really, you know, Grammy look. Again, sorry I keep looking this way. It makes it easier for me to make sure it's in camera center because I have my cell phone mirroring on my TV, so that way it'll be easier for I can see if it's in camera or not. But yeah, see, that's what it's looking like so far. Gotta do the sleeve obviously and then the back, and then we'll do the rest. But so far it's coming out pretty good. I'm looking forward to when the customer I mailed this to gets it. He's gonna be really excited. He already saw the before pictures, and he saw the picture. You know, he already saw the mask and everything. Obviously, that's why he ordered it. So I'm really excited to show him pictures of the suit after it's done. That sounds silly, but honestly, like whenever I sell something, it excites me to know that the person I'm selling it to is going to really enjoy it. I try and do these things. Again, I'm no professional, not by a long stretch. But whenever I do these little things, when I paint up the masks or redo the masks, customize these suits. Again, even though I'm not a professional, I try and make it as screen accurate as possible. You know, and I really enjoy seeing people enjoying what I made for them. It makes me really happy. You know, that's one thing I love is seeing people happy with what I got them. Honestly, I think that's worth more to me than the money. The money helps, yes. Don't get me wrong, the money does help. Especially since I'm studying college, yeah, the money does help. But my thing is just, it makes me happy when I make people happy. That's always been my thing, just seeing people excited about something that I got for them or made for them, you know. It makes it worth it. Even in the pharmacy, I work in a pharmacy, I'm a pharmacy tech, and the customers I deal with, I always, I like to see them smile. You know, when people go to pharmacies, they're not in the best of moods sometimes because they're sick or dealing with things, and you gotta understand that, But when you make them smile, it kind of is worth it, Because for that moment, even if it's just for a short bit, they forget about what's bothering them or what's ailing them. It makes them, brightens their day even a little bit. Even if it's just for that moment, it brightens their day. It's always good for people to be that way. And more people should be like that, Do what you can to make your fellow man happier, feel better about themselves, about their situations. It sounds corny and all that, but honestly, I think if more people tried to be friendlier and more understanding to others, we wouldn't be the situation we're in this world. I try to live my life by that. I try to make people smile. At work, I like to make silly jokes, sometimes corny jokes, dad jokes, just to kind of get my coworkers to laugh, or just to brighten it because everybody's under a lot of stress. We're dealing with a lot of things in the pharmacy and all that. But even if they laugh because the joke is stupid, it's still a win for me. It still brightens the day a little. So yeah, it's always fun. That's what I like to do. So I know I'm going off topic, but it's just there's not much I can say while I'm painting this. I can be like, okay, now you apply another splotch here and here and here. Oh, don't forget here and there, and then you rub it. Yeah, rub that suit. Don't mind me again, I like to make myself laugh. Here. So remember, you don't want the char marking red to go too far down. Don't make it go straight across either. Don't make it look like a squared mark. You know, try and round it out as much as you can, make it look a little even, just so it doesn't look like a perfect square. And again, you just rub up and down at the end, so it doesn't look like it's a stop suddenly. And you can stop as far down or as high up as you want, so again, just so it doesn't look like a perfect square. Again, when it dries, you want the back to look like the mark to be like this, like perfectly like that. So smear it around and Okay, so now we'll just hang that up and let it dry a little bit more. It's pretty dry, but it's still parts that are a little bit damp, so I want it to completely dry before we start applying the brown. And then once that dries, I'll apply the graphite, and then we'll do the blood stains from the wounds. And then we'll add the glue stick, and then we'll add the cotton, and we're done. Let's see. All right, so let me see if I can get in. This is how it's looking so far. Sorry, my camera seemed to have glitched out for a moment. Yeah, this is how it looks so far from the back. And then we got the front. Hey guys, we're back. It's the next day. It's 7:15 in the morning. Right, so our suit's completely dry. Alright, see? I don't know if it's showing the camera right now, like I said before, but when you look at it, you see the browns and the blacks kind of blend in. It looks like I didn't have to use the graphite. This color of the suit kind of helps it. So, what I'm going to do now that it's completely dry, just add a couple more spots of brown, just so the brown could be a little more visible, just a little bit more. And then we will work onto the glue stick, and then finally the cotton. And then the suit's done. I want to do this all in one day, but with work, I have to do half one day, half the other. So, here we go. So again, for the brown, again, we're just going to do a few more blotches just to kind of make it stand out a little more. Give that dirty look. If it looks like too much brown, no worry, we can go over it, okay? With some black or graphite. Alright, now the glue sticks, it doesn't matter what type. I just got one from the Dollar Tree. You know, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it's just going to give that little bit of a shine in certain parts, and you can kind of like blotch a couple parts that can look like elastic is bubbled up to the surface. And yeah, that's it. So, let's see. This is what I usually do. I just kind of like smear it around like that, just around the place, and watch it up a little. Get a lot between the seams, because usually that's in the film. When you look at it, that seems like a lot of the elastic has bubbled up, where it's a little more visible. So make sure you get the seams. And all right. Put a little bit more in the back, just a little bit more. And we're good with the suit. There we go. Okay, let's see how it looks so far. Not bad. I think it looks really good. So the glue stick should just take a few more minutes to dry, and then we'll go over the damage on the suit, where the bullet wounds or the stab wounds and everything. We're gonna go over it with the India ink and let that dry out. Okay, now the India ink is, you gotta be very careful, because again it bleeds and it's very much like water, so just need a tiny droplet here, and you can use your finger for this. Now I will put the droplets just around the sides. So again, just go over the stains through the fabric and everything, then use your glove to just kind of smear it a little. Now what I'm probably going to do with this later on, that looks good. Once that dries up, again, just do the same thing with every bit of damage you put in the suit. Every gunshot wound, every stab wound, everything, just go around the edges of it with the ink. Then just kind of use your finger to just smear it around a little, get it into the fabric, and just let it dry. And after that, we'll go on and put the cotton. Hey guys, just finished putting the last touch on the suit. I decided not to go with the cotton. I tried the cotton at first and I didn't like the way it looked. What I did was I used the glue stick and went over all those parts that's supposed to be moldy, which actually had a pretty good looking effect. So I'm happy with that. So I'll just use the glue stick. But it came out great, and I'm about to show you guys what the suit looks like now. It's drying off, it's still slightly damp, but once it dries, the colors will show a lot more. And again, I hope this shows on camera. So without further ado, here's how the suit looks. Okay, here's the back. I don't know if you can see the browns and reds. It looks like it's on the bullet wounds and the pitchfork punctures. There we go. The brown on the bullet wounds and everything. The pitchfork punctures. The stab from Karen at the end of Kills. The gunshot wound from Laurie in 2018. The charred marks and everything. Again, I really hope this looks good on camera. I put some, when it dries off completely, it's going to look more white, but this is where the molding is. Make sure the front, oh yeah, actually yeah, okay. So here's the front, okay, again, the charring, both on inside, outside. The gunshot exit wound, see how the threads stick out? Right, the char, and there's blood stains and everything. Here you go, see? Gunshot wounds. I hope the brown and red shows on camera. In person you can see it, but on camera I'm not too sure, especially with the ring light. Again, put some molding. It's going to look more white once it's fully dried. It's going to look a lot more white, so same thing with the collar. And then I added some to the waist area. Again, this will look a little more white once it's dried. And on the leg area. So all in all, on the arm, oh yeah, can't forget the arm. The slice from 2018 when Laurie stabs him near the end. There we go. See the dried blood stain and everything. There's hints of brown and red in it. So, I'll post some pictures in a little bit, but yeah, this is the finished product. Like I said, it just has to dry. Oh yes, and on the arm, I stained it up a little bit more. It's not showing up on camera, but stained it up with some browns and reds for victims' blood stains I got onto his sleeve. Once it, like I said, you see hints of brown and red, but I'm not sure if it shows on the camera. It doesn't seem like it, but. So yeah, that's the finished suit. And like I said, once it's dried, it'll look a lot better. And I'll post some pictures after it's fully dried. If you guys like, I don't know, if you guys want, I can customize suits for you guys if you like me to. Yeah, it's up to you. Like I said, I'm no professional, I just have a little fun with it, and I think it came out okay. But yeah, if you guys like, post it in the comments. Let me know if you guys want me to do suits for you guys. And you can, if you have a suit, you can send it to me, and I can customize it like this if you want. But yeah, hope you guys liked the video. So that's it, guys. That's my suit. If you guys like it, I don't know, if you guys want me to, if you guys have like some coveralls that maybe you want me to customize to look like that one, just let me know in the comments if you'd like. I can do it in, just for fun. Again, I'm not a professional. I just do it just as a hobby. Every now and then I just customize some suits and masks and see if anybody likes it on eBay. And yeah, so hope you guys like the video. And again, I'm gonna post more stuff. Again, maybe I'll do some movie reviews or movie reactions. And like I said before, I'll post some pictures of the before and after of the suit. And tomorrow morning, I'm gonna ship it to my customer, and I hope he really likes it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking with the channel. I know the channel's been pretty much dead for a little bit. As I said earlier, it's just been a lot going on, and now that I'm back in college, it's just been taking up so much of my time. But yeah, I'm hoping to do more videos, and who knows, maybe later on, like I said, I might be able to go back to my Halloween mini web series. I'm not sure. I kind of doubt it. I'll try, but we'll see what happens. But again, in the meantime, maybe I could do movie reviews and reactions. Thanks to you guys for sticking around. I love you guys. You know, you mean a lot to me. You know, it's been so awesome to have so many subscribers on a channel that I just started just for fun. You know, I wasn't expecting to get this many followers, so I'm really happy and grateful for every single one of you. And hope to hear from you guys. Take care, guys.